music club. And all my niggas say, good music. And all my ladies say, good music. Who running shit today? Good music.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Amin, coming live at you for our second episode of Unscripted Hip Hop. Thank you to everybody that checked out the first video. I really appreciate all the support, all the comments. You guys have been lovely, and really, inspired me to keep going. And so today we will be tackling, yes, you know it, G.O.O.D Music's compilation album, Cruel Summer. A lot of hype around this compilation album. It's Kanye West, Pusha T, 2 Chainz, Big Sean, Common, Sci-Hi the Prince, all the G.O.O.D music folks really coming together with some guest appearances to put together what they call Cruel Summer, which was originally dated for the summer, but it's more like Cruel Fall, but that's personal opinion. So yeah, a lot of hype around this. Recently there's been a lot of, whole things like rap crews coming together. You have your Maybach Music, your Young Moneys, all that coming together, making these compilation albums. And so Kanye West got on the bandwagon, put together Cruel Summer. Okay, as far as the review goes, one thing that's really important for you to understand when you listen to this album is that don't think of it as a Kanye West album. And I think that's really important for you to understand that in order to fully appreciate what you have here. It's a compilation album. And so you shouldn't go into this thinking that this is going to be Kanye West's album with a bunch of features. Because I really don't think that's what was conveyed here. I think that this is it's a compilation, so you're kind of just getting an array of all the arsenal that G.O.O.D music has. And I think that when you do that, it's really difficult to kind of have one person just shine on every single track and for them to kind of be the overall all-star of the team, which I think Kanye is. But what he did with this is kind of just give us an array. So you kind of just got this big volume of all these G.O.O.D music folks coming together on some beats and providing you with a sample of what they can do individually, but what they can do as a group. And so if you think about it that way first, you'll appreciate this much more than going in there like, okay, this is Kanye's album, so I expect Kanye to completely shine on this, and it's just going to be Kanye with a bunch of features, and that's going to be amazing. Don't think about it that way. Okay, first thing, as far as the beats, yo. So I tweeted this a little earlier, but Kanye West has definitely evolved as a producer, as a rapper, and as an artist. And I think that it's really evident with this collection of music. His production style on here is really reminiscent of his last album, The Dark Twisted Fantasy. You really have it's a mix of like The Dark Twisted Fantasy and Watch the Throne. Because you definitely have like your glitzy glamour type beats, but then you also have the production that's reminiscent of his darker songs that came out on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. And so a lot of people, personally to me, a lot of the music sounded what people are now calling Illuminati type music, and I think that's kind of the new sound that Kanye is kind of developing, not only with the production, but as far as his rapping goes as well. So the production on here, I think, was spot on. I think that you really did get Kanye tweaking all of these beats to the point where it's like there's so much going on in these beats. And in some of the songs, some of the production just does sound a little bit like too much. There's so many different elements. It's just like, whoa. So you're kind of more attracted to the actual music than the rapping. But as far as I think the production goes, really solid. Definitely what I expected of Kanye as far as beats goes. You do have your different types of songs on here. You got your commercial pop records. You do have your darker reflective type songs, and then you also do have something that was kind of reminiscent of what I would say kind of like Graduation Kanye, where you do have more of these softer, like hopeful type beats. Yeah. Okay, so the major issue with this compilation album is that people. So there's only 12 tracks, but the thing is, of the 12 tracks, like 5 of them had already been out. Way Too Cold, Click, Mercy, excuse me, New God Flow, and I Don't Like Remix. And so people might get this album and be like, yo, what the hell? You only have like just 7 new songs that you haven't heard before. But I think it's also, I mean, you need to take into consideration when listen to this album that just use it as a collection. Don't think about it like, you know, why did we get all these tracks before the actual album came out? Don't think about it that way, because if you think about it that way, it'll take away from the experience of what the music has to offer. So yeah, a lot of these songs you have heard before, and a lot of them are individually like really good songs. I really liked I Don't Like when it came out. Mercy went double platinum. So they're good songs. And so when you think about them within the context of the album, think about it that way, that these are also pieces of that. And when you put it all together, and you listen to the whole thing from top to bottom, it works. I think all the songs on here are pretty good, except one. That song Higher with The Dream. I can't stand The Dream. I think his voice is annoying. I don't think a grown man should sound like that. Personal preference. You do what you do, bro. I know you're making your money. But I don't know. The song is called Higher, and it's like about smoking. I don't know if it's a smoking song, but I can't really see a bunch of dudes like rolling up to the song. It's really weird. It's like, give you a tutorial, hold it in, choke, let it out. Really weird. The beat was weird for me too. And then there was Mace on there. Who let Mace back into the rap game? Didn't he go to like the church for a while? Wasn't he like a preacher? And then you come back on a song talking about smoking. Yeah. Don't know how I feel about that. But he did have one cool line. He said, I met Loon. He said, wassalamu alaikum. I said, I'm not a Muslim man. I'm all about my bacon. I thought that was funny. I'm a Muslim. I don't eat bacon. Yeah. Okay. Okay. There are some really good, solid verses on the album. Sci-Hi the Prince on that Sin City track, which is probably one of my favorites. He killed that. He killed that verse. Probably one of the stronger verses on the album. And considering the fact that a lot of these tracks are really feature laden, you don't really get that much time to shine. And I think that Sci-Hi on that Sin City track really did come through as a good lyricist. I think, a lot of that verse is going to resonate with me from the album. Kanye does his thing. Every song that Kanye is on, you do get, Kanye. Some of the interesting features I thought on here, have R. Kelly on the opening track to The World. I think that was a great Chi-Town connect. R. Kelly does the thing. It's R. Kelly. And it was interesting to hear him on some new age type stuff. Tiana Taylor, I really did enjoy her on some of these tracks. She was on To The World. She was also on Sin City. And using her as kind of like a bridge was really creative. And I really do like her voice on a lot of the tracks. And then, John Legend and Tiana Taylor on that Bliss track, that was really good. I thought the production on that, there were so many intricate layers. I really enjoyed it. And John Legend doesn't really disappoint here. So I thought that was really good too. The one song, so there's the Higher song that I didn't really like, and then that song with Kid Cudi, Creepers. And this might be just me because I'm biased, but I've never really liked Kid Cudi. I've never really understood his music per se. And so it was kind of weird for me to just listen to him alone on the track. If you're a Kid Cudi fan, hell, you might like it. I personally didn't. So Cruel Summer, I think it was worth the wait. It's pretty good. Despite the fact that 5 of the 12 songs had already been released, don't think about it that way. Think about them as a collection of music. And I'm really looking forward to Kanye's solo project. A lot of people might think that don't fall in the trap of thinking that this is a Kanye project with a bunch of features. No, think about it as an array of music that he delivers. This is Amin, Unscripted Hip Hop. Follow me on Twitter @Sudani Sigma. Let's go.